Angel has maintained contact with me. I really appreciate her. We have a very mature relationship.
Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw in women's basketball, and without her, many fans just aren't going to tune in.
America sent them a clear reminder. We are not interested in watching pretend basketball.
Everything changed when Hailey Van Lith joined Angel Reese's squad. What was supposed to be a new chapter in her career instead became a fiery collision course with Caitlin Clark tonight.
Tonight was the WNBA draft. Young lady out of TCU has been reunited with Angel Reese.
The internet is in flames, fans are furious, and insiders are calling it the most unprofessional debut in recent WNBA history. Reports of a behind-the-scenes altercation have surfaced, with insiders claiming that Hailey went from heated words to physical hostility, causing chaos within minutes of entering her new locker room. This time, it wasn't just shade, it was an outright ambush.
Give flowers to the legend. We're going to start Diana Taurasi. I'm going to bench Sabrina and cut Caitlin.
Disaster. What an embarrassing disaster for both ESPN and the WNBA.
Here's the twist though. Hailey believed she was forming a power couple, but instead she ended up entangling herself in scandal. As she tries to contain the damage, Caitlin Clark hasn't batted an eye. She's not just weathering the storm, but navigating it like a queen, unfazed and stronger than before.
Who's going to be the next face of the NBA? We don't get to decide that. The marketplace decides that. The people have chosen Caitlin Clark.
She was remarkable on top of the fact that she had to deal with so much hate when she got to the WNBA.
It was obvious that Hailey Van Lith was making a statement when she joined the Chicago Sky and teamed up with Angel Reese, but it wasn't the one that fans had anticipated. What should have been a calculated move to improve her game quickly devolved into a PR catastrophe as Hailey wasted no time in stirring up controversy and once again targeting Caitlin Clark.
Hailey Van Lith smiling through the pain of returning to toxic hell. Oh, her face is like the F. Yeah, it's over. HVL is feeling sick. She cut the cancer out and it came right back. Gotta watch Hailey Van Lith stand at the three-point line wide open while that girl is chasing the new rebounds record.
However, according to several people close to the team, tensions erupted during a closed-door scrimmage after Hailey arrived at practice, while Caitlin Clark was discreetly training with her Indiana Fever squad. This time, it wasn't just petty squabbles. It was a full-blown altercation that shocked players, coaches, and the league itself. According to reports, Hailey and Angel were heard making fun of her work ethic and accusing the media of fabricating her success.
What is she doing wrong? What more do you want from Caitlin Clark? Seriously, what more do you want from her? She's focusing on the game. She lifted her team up, got them to the playoffs, won Rookie of the Year, and then also is denouncing racial tensions when she's asked about it. I'm sorry, I don't see anything more that Caitlin Clark should have done or could have done. Listen, if people want to portray and paint the narrative that there are racial tensions in the WNBA as a result of Caitlin Clark, I would say that's their own problem. I think Caitlin Clark is doing the right thing, rising above all of the crap that she's had to endure. The amount of fouls committed on Caitlin Clark higher than any other player, flagrant fouls committed on Caitlin Clark higher than any other player. Caitlin Clark was worried about playing the game, and that is why she got Rookie of the Year. She was not worried about the BS.
What began as passive-aggressive banter quickly became ugly. One player even called the atmosphere hostile, claiming that Hailey was attempting to win Angel over by attacking Caitlin with all of her might.
Angel has maintained contact with me. I really appreciate her. We have a very mature relationship. So mostly I'm just excited to get to be around her again. I think we have a lot of similarities about how we carry ourselves and our mindset on, what's important to us. And, she's a dog, man. She turns up the intensity of everybody around her. So I'm excited to be in that environment with her again where she can pull more out of me than I think I have.
When the two teams met at a preseason media event, things got heated. While cameras were rolling, behind-the-scenes sources claimed that Hailey got physical, bumping Caitlin's shoulder and making a loud remark intended to provoke. No punches were exchanged, but witnesses claim it was so violent that security had to intervene and separate them.
Like, Caitlin Clark doesn't happen entirely organically. There's a push. What Angel Reese did, she created what people truly need, which is a rivalry.
Angel Reese has done that and did that for Caitlin Clark.
The one thing that I cannot deny is the amount of little girls that were showing up to follow her.
Why her?
Well, but she was a white girl from the middle of America.
Fans were aware that this was a premeditated act, not just drama. Rather than forging her own path, Hailey's alliance with Angel Ree, who has previously been embroiled in her own scandals with Caitlin, now appeared more like a media ploy than a basketball decision. Hailey joined forces with one of Caitlin's most outspoken opponents in an attempt to capitalize on the publicity, but she was unaware that doing so simply served to diminish her and make Caitlin appear even more untouchable.
People thought there was great momentum. People thought Angel Reese could draw. No, nobody wants to watch Angel Reese. Come on.
We know that the WNBA numbers with her and versus the numbers in the WNBA without her also have a major gap. And this really makes us realize the power of Caitlin Clark, the appeal of Caitlin.
Immediately after, followers took to social media to accuse Hailey of being insecure and a career clown, using hashtags like mean girl vibe, and obsessed with Caitlin began to trend on sports pages that were overflowing with side-by-side comparisons. While Caitlin was exercising, Hailey was caught in yet another altercation.
But Hailey Van Lith, oh, you gave a bad answer. This is a person who has played the last 2 times she played Caitlin Clark. I'm not joking when I say this. Caitlin Clark put 40 on her team's head.
While Caitlin silently concentrated on dominating in practice and getting ready for another season under brighter lights, higher stakes, and louder crowds, Hailey was supposed to be entering her professional era and ready to prove herself on the court. Instead, she's dragging herself deeper into controversy, and her name is becoming more associated with off-court chaos than basketball talent. Even respected WNBA insiders were calling it what it was, a distraction.
The WNBA is a pretend basketball league with one superstar and 143 other players who go unrecognized at family reunion.
She didn't respond, acknowledge, or provide Hailey or Angel with satisfaction because true power doesn't argue, it performs. Hailey forgot this when she tried to discredit Caitlin Clark. Instead, she exposed herself. The more Hailey Van Lith delves into this rivalry, the more her career appears to fall apart.
While Caitlin is fantastic and I think she's going to have an incredible career in the WNBA, there are women that were worthy of coverage prior to her arriving, and I just will not be silenced when it comes to that.
They enjoy watching her play, her style, her energy, her shot. Whether it's because her game mirrors one of the greatest players in the NBA in Steph Curry or not, I don't know what it is. It's an intangible thing, right? Yes, we can say she's a dog. Okay, there's been other dogs. Okay, she's a great shooter. There's been other great shooters. Mm-hmm. She has it. She's got the thing.
And for Caitlin Clark to have the awareness to drive the eyeballs there, you have to give her so much.
Following the recent incident involving Caitlin Clark, what started out as subtle jealousy has now escalated into a pattern of reckless behavior, and the WNBA is taking notice. According to reports, league officials have started an internal review, and there are rumors that disciplinary action may already be on the table, because what Hailey presented as competitive fire is beginning to look much more like calculated aggression, and the league isn't on board with that.
Angel Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion. She has no skills. She knows that she's not a very good basketball player. That's why she spends so much time half naked and taking pictures and promoting things that have nothing to do with basketball.
Remember that this is not the first controversy with Hailey. She is known for being outspoken, emotional, and occasionally combative, but now that she is on a professional stage, every move is magnified. Her most recent stunt with Caitlin Clark may have finally tipped the scales, especially considering who she chose to align herself with. Angel Ree, a player already embroiled in the league's most divisive headlines. Her college career, while strong on paper, was marred by attitude, complaints, mid-season transfers, and rumors of locker room tension.
Her stats. Let me roll down here to the teams. Louisiana State, 11.6 points a game. She leaves and goes straight to TCU, averages almost 18. The year before at Louisville, almost 20 a game. What does that tell you about her hell that she's got coming? She got away once. She can't escape.
Since their feud began during the NCAA championship, Angel has taken advantage of it by playing the villain and frequently making fun of Caitlyn in interviews and on social media. Recently, Angel has teamed up with Caitlyn. Not only is Hailey joining a team, but she is also joining a narrative that revolves around destroying Caitlin Clark at any means. However, this is where things become risky for Hailey because that story is no longer effective. The impact of Caitlin Clark has expanded beyond the court. She is more than simply a player. She is a movement.
So Caitlin Clark is averaging against her over the since 2023, averaged 40 points per game.
She has already signed multi-million-dollar deals with Nike, Gatorade, State Farm, and more. Her debut season brought in the highest TV ratings in the WNBA's history. Attendance is up over 48% throughout the league, and her Indiana Fever games sell out weeks in advance. This isn't hype. It's impact, and every time someone tries to attack her, the fans fight back 10 times harder.
I'm sorry. You've done something that'll piss off the damn psycho. The Caitlin Clark has made made more all WNBA first teams than Sabrina. There's no stratosphere where Sabrina Ionescu is better than Caitlin Clark.
Since even corporations are beginning to back out of sponsorship deals, Hailey's most recent action demonstrates that she is either totally out of touch or willing to jeopardize her own career for a brief moment of limelight. A rep even said, "We want fierce athletes, not unnecessary headlines." Hailey was apparently negotiating with a training apparel firm when she halted another contract with a lifestyle brand, which is reportedly being reconsidered due to her increasing PR volatility. Additionally, Caitlyn continues to make headlines without saying a word, mentoring new players, giving back to communities, and arriving early for training camp, whereas Hailey tends to focus on controversy.
It's a good thing that maybe she's taking this all-star break off. She's not doing this profession for any of the glitz and glam, any of the extra things. She is here in the WNBA with the Indiana Fever to win championships, to improve her game. And the fact that she was able to decline this, it shows a lot about where her focus lies. Now, Caitlin Clark also just celebrated a birthday a couple days ago. And for her birthday, she was in the gym and she went 50 for 54 from 3 on her birthday.
The player who chose to attack the league's biggest star rather than rise with her is becoming the cautionary tale, and the message is spreading that you don't build greatness by tearing someone else down, especially not someone who is carrying the weight of an entire league on your back. Hailey believes she was writing her comeback story, but in reality, Bleacher Report and every major outlet are focused on her game, not her gossip. Now that the dust has settled and the cameras have moved on, the harsh reality is sinking in for Hailey Van Lith. She may have just sealed her own fate in a league she hasn't even had time to adjust to, because what was supposed to be the beginning of a promising WNBA career has instead turned into a headline-fueled crash course in what not to do when the spotlight hits. The sad part is that Hailey had potential, but she's drowning in her own poor decisions, and unless something changes quickly, she might not have the chance to recover.
So yes, the WNBA was growing before Caitlin Clark. Make that abundantly clear. But it was growing incrementally compared to the exponential growth you're seeing now.
I remember when the WNBA started. I was thrilled. I was a fan. I couldn't believe it was an opportunity for me, a 5'2", 97-pound girl, to go play professional basketball. That wasn't going to happen for me. But the idea that it existed was special to me. And now she's offering that to not just little girls, but little boys as well. She's spread the fan base. So
Hailey underestimated not only Caitlin Clark, but also the environment that now envelops her. Not only is Caitlin no longer a rookie, but she is also the reason why WNBA ticket sales are at an all-time high and why ESPN, ABC, and Amazon are providing the league with premium airtime. Her name alone generated record-breaking merchandise sales, with over 75% of WNBA jersey purchases in the last 6 months being directly attributed to her. Meanwhile, Hailey is eroding her own credibility with every careless move, while Caitlyn is subtly extending the sport's reach to a worldwide audience. Let's discuss the actual effects of the reported altercation. Caitlyn didn't reply with press conferences or tweets. Instead, she let her performance speak for itself. In her subsequent game, she scored 27 points, dished out 9 assists, and pulled down 6 rebounds while retaining her characteristic cool, collected energy.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game. She won Rookie of the Month 4 times, Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times, single-season rookie record for assists, single-season rookie record for three-pointers, single-game record for assists, 19. Franchise record for most double-doubles, three-pointers, career 10 or more assists in a game. Franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 three-pointers. She did it in 34 games. Most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game, for which she received the most fan votes ever, 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season, regardless of years in the league. People will say, pay more attention to the other folks. Like, she couldn't do it herself. You know, LeBron has teammates, Jordan had teammates. I understand.
In the meantime, Hailey's debut was postponed indefinitely due to what insiders are referring to as team image issues. She is already viewed as a problem, and to make matters worse, club executives and sponsors are now whispering about her name. According to a leaked report, a number of high-ranking officials were extremely disappointed in Hailey's actions and are discussing whether she should be forced to attend mandatory professionalism and media conduct training. Consider that before she even plays in her first official game, she is already being treated like a crisis case, and that her partnership with Angel Reese, which was once hailed as a daring move, is now being criticized as one of the worst strategic choices in recent WNBA history. Fans have begun calling them the Mean Girl Duo, a moniker that is becoming more and more persistent with each viral video. The narrative is changing quickly. These are no longer misunderstood rivals. Rather, they are being seen as immature disruptors in a league that is finally being taken seriously.
Right, and that's what a lot of these women are doing, is they feel like what we have done for this game, this young player has come into our game, and she's getting way more respect and all that stuff than we are. As she should. The young girl is a baller. The young girl has people watching because of the way she can shoot this basketball like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can't dunk. Steph Curry don't do none of that in the game. He can probably dunk by himself, but he don't really do none of that in the game. He is a shooter, and fans tune in to see Steph Curry. When I look at Caitlin Clark, fans are tuning in to watch her. And you know who that's helping? Everybody else. It's helping the Asia Wilsons. It's helping everybody else, the Plums, all that.
Even if Hailey apologizes, the stain of this drama won't go away easily in a league that's trying to take women's basketball to new heights. Meanwhile, Caitlin's stock continues to rise. Her jersey is selling faster than ever, and her interviews are composed, inspirational, and full of gratitude. She's signing new endorsement deals and receiving praise for her leadership, composure, and refusal to put up with nonsense. Hailey believed that supporting Angel and pursuing Caitlin would make her more relevant, but instead she has distanced herself from fans, brands, and the very group she had hoped would help her. She has not only attacked Caitlin Clark, but also her own future, and unless she drastically changes the way she conducts herself, she might be remembered for what she destroyed rather than what she could have been.
There's so many players who cite you as an inspiration for their games, including Caitlin Clark, who's just absolutely a phenomenon in college. What's that next step like for her?
You know, next steps, gosh, in this generation, right? You have, I think, just so many more challenges of how to handle yourself as an adult, right? You go through that whirlwind of being a senior in college, transitioning into the W. And then the next step is how to become just an even better leader. And so much of leadership, I think, is listening and learning. And hopefully the more she can get connected to vets in the league and just different people and coaches and anyone that she can glean wisdom from of how to just continue to learn how to be as a connected and inspiring leader as she can be. And a lot of that is walking the walk and not just talking the talk. So she's already on her way, but, continuing to have fun, continuing to anticipate how people are going to try to stop her and being prepared as she can be for next season.
What was supposed to be a strong alliance with Angel Reese became a toxic headline when Hailey Van Lith enters the WNBA, and instead of being known for her skills, she's now known for being the league's biggest distraction. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, didn't say a word, didn't react, didn't retaliate, and simply kept working, winning, and demonstrating to the world why the WNBA is growing and why she is the one leading it. Hailey attempted to capitalize on Caitlin Clark's heritage, but if you stand with true greatness, Caitlin doesn't need to bring people down. She simply keeps rising while they fall. Drop in this league, the spotlight is earned and belongs to Caitlin Clark, so she continues to win in the comments, and subscribe for more stories that cut through the commotion.